Wonderful. Well, we'll start that again. Welcome on board. This is our weekly attraction marketing call, and today we're talking about this law of cause and effect and getting it working for you. And as I was mentioning a little moment ago, this is part of the Trevi Fountain over in Rome, and this particular statue is of the god Triton. And Triton is the son of Neptune. Neptune, usually pictured with the trident, and what he does by blowing on in that conch shell is Trident is actually able to control the seas. He can calm the seas by blowing a mellow blow in the conch, or he can create a typhoon, a storm, by a tumultuous blow in the conch. And so he is very much causing an effect by how he blows the conch. So I thought this was a very appropriate kind of an image for our conversation tonight on the law of cause and effect, causation and effective action. And the place to start is, the past is irrelevant because you can't do anything about the past. Where you are now really doesn't matter. It's the fact of the matter is most people are pawns in this game of life because they don't know how to become players. And what we're talking about with this law of cause and effect is mastering the ability to become a player. And the place to start is with a vision for the life that you want, where you want to go, what you want to be, what you want to have, and then to learn to think in this certain creative way. It's the creative method that we talk about by studying these Hermetic principles. And step one is to form a clear mental picture in your mind of exactly what you want, and then mix that image with a feeling and emotion of deep faith, deep gratitude towards the all, and then start taking action right now in the environment you're in right now to start causing the things you think about to be created. And don't worry if it's not happening instantly. It won't. It'll take time, but begin now. So we're going to talk about this principle, this law of cause and effect, and I'll give you, an explicit example. In fact, I don't know how many of you know my story with me and my wife, Karen, who's also on the call. Karen's a beautiful woman, and we had both been widowed, and we actually decided to get married on our very first date after knowing each other for less than 3 hours. And we 1 week after our first date, we got our engagement ring, and 3 months later, we were married over in Pisa, Italy. And how did we come together on our first date? It's because we both knew exactly what we were looking for. We were consciously causing the things that we thought about to be created. We had a very clear picture in our mind of the attributes of the mate that we were looking for, the kind of soul connection, the kind of commonalities that we would have. And when we got together, bam, we recognized it. We both agreed we should be married. And that is a very explicit example of how these principles can work. So you see yourself with what you want, and you make a decision to have it. And the fact of the matter is there is a constant swing of the pendulum in all things, in all aspects of life. Polarize your mind, magnetize your mind to the polar spot, the swing, the happiness, the love, the joy, the fulfillment, the abundance that you want, and immerse yourself in that thought. Immerse yourself in studying these principles, and then take effective action. And effective action is the key. And this principle of causation states that everything happens according to law. There's no such thing as chance. It's just law unrecognized. And you start thinking about it, and there has to be. The universe has to operate by law. Otherwise, there'd be chaos. So let go of the past. Start now to create what you want. The world is advanced only by those who more than fill their present places, learn, create, study, become more, add value to everyone you can on a regular basis. Do every day all that can be done that day. Don't go around hectically. Just do everything effectively, and every effective act in itself is a success. And when you combine enough successful acts together, you have a successful life. And so it's just about taking effective action. And the nature of vision is that this is where everything starts. It's like with the story I told with me and Karen. We had a vision of being happily married with a new spouse. Not that you can replace a lost love, a love that has died and is no longer on this physical plane, will never be back. Don't try to recreate it. Create something new. Have a vision for what you want in your life. It doesn't have to be love. It can be abundance. It can be spiritual fulfillment. It can be intellectual fulfillment. And that's why we use the term abundance. But start creating what you want, and every act can be made strong and effective by holding the vision of what you want in mind with faith and purpose while doing the act. And that's providing fuel to that action. And each successful action combined with another successful action becomes cumulative. And you really want to get in the habit of, in the evening or the morning, your quiet time, really use your imagination to see, feel, and get the idea in your mind of what you want and feel it as though you're already in possession of it. Make a decision to have it. Do you believe, actually, from the bottom of your heart, that you can do, be, and have anything at all that you desire? And then constantly refresh your mind so that you're coming in tune with truth. What is the truth? Truth is we're living in an abundant universe. Change is constant. Energy is constantly moving in and out of material form, and we can actually influence this matter to be created in the image that we want. So this is why we read The Science of Getting Rich, Think and Grow Rich, and the Kabbalion, and we study it, we contemplate it, we learn it. And then the other thing is, don't have small dreams, because you're trading your life for your dreams. So you might as well trade your life for something magnificent. Don't bargain for a penny, right? Because that's what life will give you. Ask for something magnificent, and that's what you will receive. And then always be asking yourself, how can I add values to others? And I want to commend Dick tonight, because Dick is adding value to Cheryl's life tonight by inviting her to get a different perception, to go to a more fuller level of expression. So Dick is adding value, and that is a perfect example of how can you add value to others by providing solutions to problems that people have. You're adding value, and we're going to be talking about some of those. It's the right place, right time. There is a rhythm of spring, summer, fall, and winter. And so you look at what's going on in the broader population. You say, well, where are people? Are they in the spring, the winter, the summer of their lives? What's going on with the population at large? And by presenting solutions for problems most people find themselves facing right now, it magnifies your ability to step into a larger role and add more value. And so you ask, well, what are the big problems right now? Well, what are the solutions, and how can you best provide those solutions to as many people as possible? So you've got to immerse yourself in this way of thinking, and thought is where it all begins. It's the impelling force that causes this creative power to act. And then you think in this certain way, and that brings riches. But not only thinking, because you have to combine thought and action together. As I said, if you hold in mind, the picture of the thing that you want while you're taking action, it provides force and power and sets everything in motion. So it's acting and thinking in a certain way, and your personal activity has got to be in such a way that you can rightly receive what you want, because it's by thought that you create what you want, but it's by action that you receive it. And then by having faith and the purpose with a positive intention, impressing your vision upon formless substance with total gratitude, total faith, total belief. You see, it's by thought that you create it, by action you receive it. And so take effective action, act now. There's no other moment than right now. There's no tomorrow, there's no yesterday. Boom, this is all we have, this instant that we're living in. So while taking action, hold with faith and purpose the vision of yourself in a better environment, right? By helping others, see yourself adding value to others. See yourself living the life that you choose, and understand that by adding value, you are receiving what you want. How much value will you add? How many others will you help? And so, what is in your heart, and how much strength of mind are you putting behind it? When you help enough other people get what they want, you're going to receive everything that you want. All right, so let's take a look at where's the population right now. Okay, the generation that has most of the financial influence is the baby boomers. Still, are the millennials bigger? Yeah, but we have more power, more clout, more financial resources. 45 million boomers have already reached 65, another turning 28 million over the next 14 years. And here's the truth: about 2% of them, 2%, have all the financial resources they need to live a comfortable retirement. All the rest need more financial resources, some more desperately than others. And the fact of the matter is, the boomers born between 1946 and 64, they want two things. They want more life, and they want more years in their life. They want more years in their life, and want more life in their years. And we're all looking for financial freedom, because financial freedom gives us the ability to choose to spend our days doing the things we love and spending it with the people we like. Now, the vitamin mineral industry supplements, one of the fastest growing in the world today. Why? Because the boomers. We are looking for mobility, mental clarity, cellular rejuvenation. So you position yourself optimally. Cheryl just signed up with Univera. Congratulations. You're in the right place at the right time. But understand that there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and that thinking stuff in its original state permeates, penetrates, fills the inner spaces of the universe. And a thought that is impressed in this substance, it produces the thing that's imaged by the thought. And we, I, me, you, we can each form things in our thoughts, and we can impress our thoughts upon this formless substance. We can cause the things that we think about to be created. Now, in order to do this, you've got to get out of the competitive mindset, the dog eat dog. You've got to get into the creative mind. This is what we're talking about, thinking and acting in a certain way. And you've got to hold this picture of your thought with a fixed purpose to get what you want. And you've got to have unwavering faith, total belief, total gratitude. You mix that emotion that you're going to get what you want. You close your mind, absolutely give no quarter to failure or to not getting, or dimming your vision, shaking your faith, quenching your belief. And then what you do is in order to receive what you want, you know it's coming, you have to act now on the people and things in your present environment. You do what Dick did by talking to Cheryl. And so you write and you memorize and you repeat your affirmation on a regular basis. You read, study, and take action daily. Go to onlinesuccessbootcamp.com, subscribe to the daily emails, subscribe to this weekly attraction marketing webinar to get the notifications, the replays. I just did a replay of last week's call. That'll be available. I'll send it over to Karen. She'll publish it on AWeber. That'll be available to those who subscribe to the Secrets of Wealth Creation series. Get on the daily attraction marketing call. And in the Wealth Creation Mastermind, we're building a team 1 million strong by January of 2020 for the express purpose of leading others all around the world into lives of freedom and meaning and prosperity filled with physical, spiritual, intellectual abundance. By following this creative method, we're creating a ripple of abundance. We're adding value to the lives of millions of others around the planet. And this is what we want you to be a part of. I want to congratulate you for being with us, for tuning in your mind, your heart, your spirit, and being part of this. Bye for now.